Welcome, everyone, to That Kind of Nerds podcast, a weekly show that tells you what is going on in the nerdy world. I am CJ Mellon, joined by Josh Burns and Brian Thornton.
What up?
Hello. Welcome. Bienvenue. I don't know what any of that means.
If this is your first time listening to the show, I highly recommend you go to intro.thatkindofnerd.com, learn a little bit about us, a little bit about the show, and then you can dive headfirst in this episode.
Oh, this is the part where I recommend a different episode?
This is the part where you do that. That's the
See,
bit.
you know, I did it the first couple times as a joke, and now it's become a recurring thing.
Absolutely. I don't know why you're...
I don't know why you put these expectations on me, CJ.
Hit a low number. Hit a low number.
The first couple times were fine, but you know what? Whatever. A low number out of 187? 19.
Episode 19 is, what if there's a fire? We reflect on our time at Steel City Con, but then also... Josh gives perhaps the best movie theater advice you could ever have. What if there's a fire? That is a That Kind of Nerd classic.
That's a good
I highly recommend it. Well, since it is a new month, we obviously have a recurring segment where Brian just pours over the internet, finds the movies that are coming out for the month of February, and tells us what's going on in a segment that we call The Blockbuster.
Now, whereas I was prepared to lead this topic, I was not prepared for it to be the first topic.
But it's always the first topic, Brian.
I hate everything you stand for.
We don't change this. This is the way it is.
But no, you know what? We're just going to go ahead, dive head first, and start with Ms. Bala comes out today.
It's a pretty shit month. Like, what do you need to mentally prepare for?
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but...
Pretty shit month, bro. Pretty shit month.
There are four movies. There are four movies that I can tell you I definitely want to see. One of them is not Miss Bala, but that came out today as we're recording Friday, February 1st.
Pretty bad.
No,
with what's her name, Gina Rodriguez.
I'll just hard pass on that. Thank you.
You're not gonna see it. It's a femme fatale, Josh.
I wouldn't call it a femme fatale movie. She's got no formal training of any kind.
No. I want to recap a discussion that Brian and I had where I was like, "What's that movie?" He goes, "It's that movie with what's her face?" Like, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "You know what?" Josh is gonna say, "It's a femme fatale movie. I'll give it a shot. Like, I'll take a look at it. Femme fatale. I like that."
Oh, that's me.
And
that's me now.
Oh, I was way nicer in my impression.
Not the voice I said at all.
No. You're saying Brian was like way more stereotypical and offensive.
Brian was like, "Wait, it's femme fatale. I'll just give it a shot." Almost like Stallone kind of thing.
Then I ended it with, "What up?
What up?" So, now you're going against type.
All right.
February 8th. Hopefully everything is awesome. Lego Movie 2 comes out. As definitely here's number one. I want to see this movie. Yeah, I know how Josh feels about the first Lego movie. So.
Why not?
Feel good about
and
it.
Also February 8th, in case you didn't want to see everything be awesome, if you want to see Taken in the Snow, you can go see Cold Pursuit.
I don't understand this movie. It's like,
I don't either. It's Taken in the Snow.
What if Liam Neeson's already been in a train? Yeah. It's already
train, planes, automobiles. Okay. Now he needs to ride a Zamboni.
All right.
He did the same movie in a plane and a train.
Right. So now it's just like, can we get him on a plow? We can get him on a plow? All right. We'll come to Canada and film it? Really? All right.
It's a very specific set of snow tools.
Mr. Plow, the movie.
That terrible. Name again is Mr. Plow.
And now we owe Fox money.
And then going into the Valentine's Day.
No, don't say it.
You have all sorts of little different things to feed you and your couple's pleasure.
Movies. No, these are four very different movies.
Three of those four are dog shit.
Let's get disagree. Let's get the cheesy romantic out of the way, and it is Isn't It Romantic, starring Rebel Wilson, where she feels like she's trapped in a romantic comedy.
Good God.
Hey, here's the thing. I love this premise.
I hate her.
Rebel Wilson.
Agreed.
Like, Liam Hemsworth's in it. Like, I'm really interested. But then I look and Rebel Wilson. So, no thank you, but I'm interested. Like, I'll read about it. I'll read the synopsis, but that's about it. That's as far as I'll go.
If the lady wants to see it, I won't fight her.
Wait, would you fight her if you didn't? Like, is there an option in which you will fight her?
Only if we go see Fighting with My Family, which is also coming out February 14th.
I'm not going to lie. I'm actually really jazzed about that movie.
What?
I don't know
I'm really
why.
jazzed about that segue I just did. You're welcome.
Good. It's written and directed by Stephen Merchant.
We talked about this.
Hilarious. We talked about this. For some reason, it speaks to me, and I don't know why, but I'm in. I'm like, oh, that looks really good. I'll watch it. I don't know why, but I'm into it.
Next
is for your sci-fi pleasure, Alita Battle Angel, which was supposed to come out a month ago. Now it came out on February 14th.
Yeah. Not really.
I actually kind of want to see it.
Nah, I'm not really feeling it. The trailers have never wowed me. It's going to be visually stunning and probably a really boring story. Just like Avatar. Visually stunning. It's a really bad story.
Like Big Hero 6 with a tiny girl.
I like that we use a tiny girl. Like, tiny girl.
That's actually a pretty good description.
That's a pretty good synopsis for it.
You just made me want to see it more because I love Big Hero 6.
It had the adverse effect of what you wanted, Josh.
So,
you've buried the lead. Say the real movie
sold.
that's coming out.
All right, say the movie that we really care about.
February 14th, Happy Death Day to You comes out.
Yes.
Yes, I need new pants. I'm very excited for this movie.
Not going to see it in the theater.
Please don't let this movie be a letdown. Please don't let this be a bad sequel. The first one was so good.
Dude, I hope. I mean, look, the Scream movies were all palatable.
Right.
That's what I think this could be.
I hope so. The first movie was such a surprise to me. It was such a surprise.
It came out of left field. It was great. You and I both loved it. Yeah.
I just really
love it.
Good.
Well, yeah, you saw it like eventually.
Yeah, we had to coax you into it.
It took some time. Yeah, you had to actually convince me.
All right.
Last week of February 22nd, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World comes out, and I'm a huge fan of this series. Yep. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Is this the final one? Like, are they done after this?
I have no idea. It's based off of 7 books. They could probably keep going until Jay Baruchel dies.
How to Tame Your Dragon is based off of books? There's books of this?
Yeah, hang on. I'll find them for you.
No, I don't need more research. I just didn't know that.
Doing the research. Wow. Right. Holy shit. Okay. There is How to Train Your Dragon, released in 2003. Then 2004, How to Train Your Dragon, How to Be a Pirate. 2005, How to Speak Dragon. 2006, How to Cheat a Dragon's.
How to Twist a Dragon's Tail.
How to Twist a Dragon's Tail. A Hero's Guide to
Deadly Dragons. Are you having trouble reading?
Yeah, are you okay?
Reading. It cuts off the titles. I'm sorry.
How to read a dragon. How to ride a dragon's storm. How to break a dragon's heart. How to steal a dragon's sword. How to seize a dragon's jewel. How to betray a dragon's hero. How to fight a dragon's fury.
Are these those scholastic books? Like they're just pumping these out?
Well, there's 13 books.
Yeah, except 2 of them are The Seasick Viking, and 1 is How to Be a Pirate. So
okay, there's 11 books.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right. Well,
that's
DreamWorks. You keep pumping those out. I'm sure
they'll pump them out as long as they keep making money. Holy crap!
As is tradition with our blockbuster selections, we let our patrons on Patreon vote for a movie that we have to see, and then we record an exclusive spoiler cast for you. So, this month we have selected How to Train Your Dragon, Fighting with My Family, Cold Pursuit, and Isn't It Romantic? Oh, God. Just please.
Really shit month. I told you, boys, it's a shit month.
Listen, please, patrons.
It's not a shit month. 2 of those 4 movies I will see happily.
Okay.
1 I will say okay to, and the other one I'm like, okay. I'm happy. I'm happy no matter what we vote for.
How to Train Your Dragon
always
is
win.
The only movie that in there that I definitely want to see.
Yeah, me too.
I always win in these polls because there's never a movie that I'm just so dead set against.
All right.
I always win.
Find that movie. Some Melissa McCarthy thing.
To let you know, we've also made some changes to our Patreon, making it a little more affordable to get even more exclusive content. So head over to patreon.com/thatkindofnerd, learn a little bit about our programs, and sign up and get yourself some exclusive spoiler casts. We'll talk more about that at the end of the episode. All right, so now I want to turn our attention to the world of comics. See how it's affecting TV, see how it's affecting movies, but most of all, how is it affecting Brian? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Cape Talk.
Cape Talk!
I love this headline, and I'm going to read it just as is, and we're going to let that story go. Ben Affleck finally achieves lifelong dream of not having to play Batman anymore. Ben Affleck has officially ducked out of playing Batman, and the new movie coming out in, 2021?
Yeah.
Sure.
Younger
maybe
Batman.
If it happens.
If it happens. I guess it's the bigger story. If the new Batman movie happens.
I'm going to change this. I'm going to add a little bit something to this headline. Are you ready?
Yes, please.
Ben Affleck finally achieves lifelong dream of not having to play Batman anymore. Brian was right.
I mean, To be
Brian
fair,
was right. Brian is always right. Brian called it.
How much?
However you want to do it.
The writing was on the wall for a
Hashtag
long
winning.
It doesn't
time.
seem like an extremely hot take, bro.
Yeah,
The
dude.
hot take. I said this over a month ago.
Okay, yes. This has been a
you
thing
probably
that
could have
we've known.
said it a year ago and you would have been right.
When he
That's not true.
ducked off directing it, when he ducked off to writing it, and
Right.
like that part happened a long time ago, we're like pretty sure this guy is not going to be Batman
I just
anymore, right?
feel
I
like
mean, not
you know,
a freezing
you guys
cold
are just-
take, just not a very hot take.
I'm not surprised by this. No one's surprised by this. It's just
No.
official. So now, like the only person left standing from like the original take was like Gal Gadot and Henry Cavill, right? So the only
Henry Cavill's probably not doing it anymore either.
right. So Gal
Gal
Gadot, that's
Gadot,
it.
define original.
Justice League, where they showed these people.
You still got Momoa. You still got Ezra Miller.
All right, they were on a flash drive, but sure, yes, we'll count the flash drive people as well.
You
Fine.
still got Momoa
All right,
and Ezra
fine.
Miller.
Well, if we add those people, you're right. Okay, but it's not looking good for the Flash movie. The Flash movie's still like in development hell.
There's a Flash movie coming out. Tell
Right.
me more about this. I love the Flash.
I don't know. I wish
They're going to need a flashpoint to get this done. They're going to have it to get this done.
to get a new Yep,
To get a new Batman, new Superman, they need a flashpoint.
Or they'll just abandon the connected universe altogether and say, screw it.
Wouldn't that be great?
Aquaman was a success. It has nothing to do with anything that happened in Justice League. Wonder Woman is the only one that has some sort of ties to the Justice League stuff.
Completely disconnected. Oh, I hate that idea.
Now that we're done with the world of comics, let's turn our attention to the world of TV and movies in a segment that we call Screen to Stream. And I wish, listener, I could explain to you the sheer look of bliss that I'm seeing right now on Josh Burns' face. Josh, I think you just watched a pretty awesome trailer. Can you tell me what the trailer was for?
Hobbs and Shaw. Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
This is the spin-off movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Jason Statham, and Idris Elba.
This franchise is officially Mission Impossible. Like it's as far as I'm concerned, the trailers are that good. This movie looks A, ridiculously awesome, B, hilarious, and has a decent cast.
So let me tell you something. I fell off of the Fast and Furious franchise a long time ago, and I haven't seen
You're silly.
5, 6, or whatever one they're onto.
5 is where they actually got good.
Yeah,
I mean,
five's where I stopped. I just didn't care
That's
anymore.
when The Rock joined. So
5 was
then
when
I
it was
saw
like
5.
it stopped being okay and got
Then
to be
then
like exciting.
I
and
saw 5,
enjoyable.
then I didn't see 6.
it's
Whatever.
when they stopped being car movies.
Right, whatever. Or they just went to that. It wasn't.
I would say 4 they stopped being car movies.
Yeah,
In 4.
5 was the first one. It wasn't a car movie.
They do at least one race every movie. That's beside the point.
Right. Yes, one. Yes.
At least one.
Right.
They're fast at least once. They're furious most of the time.
All the time.
all the time. Well, this one they just said, "Hey, listen, we're just going to do something completely different."
You know, I don't sense a lot of furiousness in this.
But it was so comical.
But it's so great because it's a balance of comedy and also a balance of the action.
And both Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham do comedy so well.
They're really good. Yep.
Yeah, in this genre. Like I don't know if you guys, Brian definitely didn't see Spy.
I saw Spy.
I did
Jason
not, I didn't
Statham
see
was
Spy.
hilarious.
I heard
in
he was
Spy.
very good. This was
Yeah,
just
Jason Statham was great. It's a shame he's only in 20 minutes
Right, but
of
those
the hour and 45-minute
he
movie.
He stole the show.
Correct.
this movie's throwing that out. And Idris Elba, I think he also knows exactly what movie he is in too. So
They just went full board superhero. What
They
the
did.
hell's up with him?
They did.
They're
They
like,
just went whatever. He'll be
they're like,
genetically
screw
engineered,
this. We're not
bulletproof,
even going to try to make this,
No, he's a superhuman.
right.
he's legit bulletproof.
We're not putting this really in the world of Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious
it's
just
in
presenting it.
it's in the world of Fast and
But
Furious.
I mean, like they're just going. I mean, I don't know what world it is, but whatever. we're
Listen,
here.
if you saw Fast 5, you would also know that Fast and 5 does not give a shit about realism either. So
that's true.
just drive
But
and bang
I'll say
vaults
this.
through the city.
We
You don't do that.
Drive a full size vault. Through
I don't
the
know if
streets.
you saw the
Yeah, I did
length
see
of that tarmac in Furious 6, but
Maybe that's. I
they
didn't
really
see
don't give
that
a
one.
shit about realism.
All right, so I stopped at 6. Paul Walker was still alive when I was watching Fast and Furious. So
Well, that discounts 1.25 movie because he died while making 7.
okay, well there we go. Listen, I fell off of this franchise, but I'm actually really excited for this. This trailer sold me. I'm done. All right, I'll show up and buy a ticket. I'll watch it. I'm there.
I didn't need a trailer. Just tell me Jason Statham and The Rock are going to be in a movie. I'll buy a ticket.
The other trailer that we got was for a series called The Umbrella Academy. Who can tell me a little bit more about this?
Josh, why don't you start?
A billionaire adopts 6 like little superhero children and like raises them.
Yeah, it's based on a Dark Horse comic written by Gerard Way, lead singer of My Chemical Romance, where essentially billionaire adopts 6 children, creates this like super team, and now they're all grown up. The guy's dead, the orphanage is closed, and they need to, go about their lives type of thing.
But they also need to stop. Is it the end of the world?
One of them travels through time.
Right.
In the first series, one of them travels to the future, accidentally realizes that the world gets destroyed somehow, comes back and essentially says we have 6 days or something like that,
8 or something,
to stop the end of the world. So he rounds up all the children to try and stop the end of the world. But it was I'll tell you what, I read the first miniseries. It was a really fun and great read, and I'm excited for this this Netflix series to drop. It drops February 15th, so I know what I'm doing on Valentine's Day.
It looks really, really interesting, really cool. Like, it just looks like it's got a really cool story, and the characters look really fun and interesting. None of them kind of seem cookie cutter. They seem like their own creation. So I'm on board. Sign me up. Please don't cancel this one, Netflix.
It's very much like if the X-Men were also spent a lot of time talking about their mental disorders.
I was gonna say Watchmen with kids.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah, that too. I can see that.
Good.
It's very good. Read the book and then you should watch this, or you should watch this and then read the book. Whichever order you want to do. I'm not in charge of your life.
All right, Josh, continuing this tradition, it looks like you added another trailer for a Amazon Prime original series, Hannah. Now, real quick, when I watched this, someone correct me if I'm crazy. Wasn't this a movie? Didn't they make a movie about this?
Yeah, 2011. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not imagining things. I was like, this sounds
I was going to ask the same
really
thing.
familiar.
Yeah, it was a movie in 2011. It was a
Was
decent
it Kenneth
movie.
Branagh in it or something like that?
I mean, Eric Bana was in
Eric
it for
Bana.
sure.
There we go. Not Kenneth Branagh.
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett. That's right.
I can never pronounce her name. So, is it Cersei? I don't know.
I don't know.
Saoirse. She's a weird first name. Was the main character Hannah, and she's a child who is raised to be an assassin, and at age 16 ends up having to unleash the beast, basically assassinate folks.
Just to start
she has to kill. She has to kill shit, Brian. But
Some go sleepies.
yeah. But so we've seen a few Prime originals that were really good, and I don't know. This one is a good story to start. So
And
I feel good about it.
And I think that this, because I'm remembering just
And it's got your
pieces.
boy Joel Kinnaman in it.
Whose boy? It's no one's boy.
Now you both like him.
No, I liked Altered Carbon.
Yeah.
I disliked him in Suicide Squad. I didn't even bother watching the RoboCop reboot.
Didn't like him in House of Cards
you
either.
like him as Rick Flag. Come on.
No. I'm on record as saying the only good parts of Suicide Squad were Will Smith. And Margot Robbie. That is in recorded format. You know what's really great now? When I say I'm on record as this being my opinion, I can just refer to this show. That is my record.
I'll say
Find
this.
the episode where we talk about Suicide Squad, and that is what I said.
I'll say this. I do like the fact that I think this does lend itself better to a series than a movie. Because I remember not liking the movie too much, but I like the idea. So I think having it as an Amazon Prime original, I'm all for. And I mean, as we've talked about, we like Amazon Prime series. They do pretty well. We like them. So I'm down for this. I will give it a watch. A piece of news came out this week that got me super excited, and also apparently was participating in the 10-year challenge. Zombieland 2 has released a poster, and God, does that look really familiar to the first one, in the sense that it's basically the same layout, but now it's just, them 10 years later. Yes, give me more of this movie forever. Zombieland 2, Double Tap, will be coming out in 2019, right?
Yeah, especially since the TV series they tried to do did not make.
Wait. There was a TV series of Zombieland?
This needs to be rated R.
Yeah, no, I agree. This definitely needs to be rated R. I'm excited for this. I think everyone really enjoyed the first Zombieland, and I mean, 10 years is a long time to wait. So just please make it worth it, because I really don't want to be let down. So
They tried to do this in 2013 as a TV show because who knew what the heck was happening with a sequel?
did it get made?
There is at least one episode that got released. I am
That
sending you the
doesn't
link.
count then. If it's just one episode, that's not a real show if it only has one episode. So there's a report that is floating around the internet right now that Starship Troopers could be revived as a TV show with maybe some of the original movie cast. I doubt Neil Patrick Harris is going to do this. I mean, he'll probably do a cameo, but like he's not going to be there week to week. I enjoyed Starship Troopers, the first movie. I don't acknowledge any other ones. I don't acknowledge the sequel farm that franchise became. But I don't know. I'd be interested in this. I don't know if I like watch it religiously, but I'll binge it when it's all done. What about you guys? What did you think about the movie, and then maybe now being adapted into a TV?
Never saw it. No interest.
Really? Never saw it?
Nah, 97? Nope. This would not have been up my alley.
Ah, really? I would have thought this would have been like prime time for Josh, because it had nudity, it had sci-fi, it had murder, it had funny humor. I thought this was right up your alley.
Giant bugs.
Yeah, giant bugs.
Casper Van Dien. It had Michael Ironside.
It
That was a
did
selling
have
point for me.
Michael Ironside.
Michael Ironside.
He's so good. But all right, so Brian, obviously this was kind of, then was this like up our alley? Was this like the time that we were just like,
I remember watching it, not liking it, then rewatching it, and then liking it because this movie is very niche and it's a cult classic. It's not widely
very true
celebrated. It's meant to be hokey. It's meant to be campy, and I didn't realize that when I first watched it. But watching it as an older person, I realize it and appreciate it now. So I'm excited. Am I excited enough to it's on Sci-Fi. I don't know if I'm going to be setting the DVR or anything, but we'll see. Show me a trailer.
Listen, I can't believe
there were so many better movies in 1997. Like this is
that's why I was saying it's a cult classic.
Yeah.
I didn't say you needed to see this.
no.
This is definitely not on the list of like, you haven't seen that, I can't believe it. You need to stop what you're doing to watch it. If Brian hadn't seen this, I wouldn't tell him to put it on his list. But like I enjoyed it. It was a good movie. Here's the only thing, and I can't
Was that another crack at how I talk?
No.
All right, just checking.
No. All right, there's one thing I'll say about this show, and I can't believe I'm about to say this. Out of any network that should be in charge of Starship Troopers, it's Sci-Fi. It's the only network that should be doing this.
Sci-Fi does plenty of good things.
According to
I'm not having this argument with you two again.
We don't need to argue about this. I'm just saying this is the right network. Out of all
if
the
it's
networks,
awesome, it's going to be canceled after one season.
I'm not trying to bring this up. I actually believe this is a good choice.
I cite alphas.
Oh, God.
Which lasted 2 seasons.
Don't do that to me.
Before being canceled.
I want to give a shout out to Arod Chambers, a fan of the show, who sent this next topic to us. That Stephen King's The Stand is officially becoming a new TV show, but it's on CBS All Access. So, live with that. Mr. Chambers said, me being the huge Stephen King fan, I'm very excited for this, but then I saw where it will be aired, and now I'm sorely disappointed. If it were to go on a regular network or even Hulu, I would watch it. However, the platform chosen saddens me, and I'm with you. CBS All Access is not something I'm really lining up to do. I'm not a huge Stephen King fan, but Brian, I think you know a little bit about The Stand? Nope?
No.
All right. In my research for The Stand, what I determined is this is a show that Josh Burns will never watch.
Nope.
Never. Before The Walking Dead, before you had all these post-apocalyptic shows like Mad Max or The Road, there was Stephen King's The Stand. It is the, quote, godfather of the modern post-apocalyptic drama. It follows a group of survivors after a plague kills off most of the world's population, and the fate of mankind rests on the fragile shoulders, else if I can speak, of a 108-year-old mother, Abigail, and a handful of survivors. So, I mean, okay.
Nope.
I mean, it sounds really cool and interesting. I mean, I like Stephen King stuff, but it's on CBS All Access, so I'm sorry. If it was on another network, Brian, would this be something you would watch?
I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy Stephen King, and I've read a couple of the books, and I mostly enjoy the movies. I have not read The Stand, nor seen the 6 different miniseries about The Stand. And I probably wouldn't like make a huge point to see it. I'm still trying to finish Castle Rock, which I really enjoy. So
Yeah, from that was the other part too that I read, that they did that mini series, and it was well received. It wasn't amazing, but definitely wasn't bad. So they've done this story before, but now they're going to do it over a whole series. I mean, color me interested, but I can't watch it if it's on CBS All Access. I'm not paying for that. Like, that's not enough to.
well, then you also get Star Trek.
Oh, you got Star Trek Discovery. Oh, yeah. I'm a huge Trekkie, as
You
we
probably
all
will
know.
also
I'm
get
not.
Jean-Luc Picard's Star Trek series.
Yeah, not a fan. Sorry, not going to win me over. All right, listeners. As we know, I love to go around the internet, find the weird and find the obscure. But this week, I decided to turn to you, and I asked you our question of the week. So I asked, what is the TV show or film you refuse to see on principle because too many people tell you to watch it? Friend of the show, TD, his answer delighted me. Breaking Bad, The Walking Dead, for example. Pretty much any pop culture show that has come up over the last decade. It's not that I want to watch them, but the point is that there's just too much of a talking point. Me, I haven't seen Breaking Bad. Josh, first off, why? Second, you're wrong and I hate you for it. Let me know if I get that right. To which I said, I almost spit a cup of water out of my mouth when I was reading this. Thank you, TD.
I don't hate you for it, but you are doing it wrong. Especially, when you talk about Breaking Bad. Like,
Right.
That's a show that everybody can watch and enjoy. Seriously.
Well, he also said this, pretty much any pop culture show that's come up in the last decade. I'm even thinking that includes, like, Game of Thrones and things like that.
Of course it would.
All right. Wang Lin, who's looks like a new fan of our show, so hello, Wang Lin, said, not sure if you guys will know about it, but JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I've heard of it.
Oh, really? I've never heard of it.
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
Oh, okay.
Well, what's it about?
What's it about?
I mean,
Yeah. Why would someone avoid it?
The story of the Joestar family, who are possessed with intense psychic strength, and the adventures each member encounters throughout their lives. It's an anime.
Oh, okay.
And it looks bizarre AF. I've never
Right.
seen it, but it looks bizarre.
To be fair, have we seen
To
many
be
animes?
fair,
Have we seen many animes that aren't bizarre AF? Like,
I've seen a couple animes, but I expect a certain amount of bizarreness from anime, but this just looks
silly and just looks weird, I should say.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Winland.
So
we
no.
appreciate it.
So no,
and I'm
thank
sorry
you.
if I say your name wrong. I apologize.
Craig Phillips said all of the Lord of the Rings, all of the Harry Potters, all of Will Ferrell's movies except Step Brothers. I restrained myself because I don't like, being the guy on social media losing his goddamn mind. Lord of the Rings, take it or leave it. I get it.
Yeah.
Walking, finding things, dropping things. Okay.
You watch
Fine.
Clerks too. You can get the gist.
But you crossed a line, you see, at Harry Potter, because it's so good and there's so many good lessons and it's so emotional and it's so wonderful and you hate things. You hate fun. All of Will Ferrell's movies except Step Brothers.
Oof.
Okay.
The other guys? You gonna put the other guys?
That's what sticking point for me is the other guys, because the other guys is still some of the funniest shit I've ever seen.
We still quote it to each other.
Yes, all the time.
All the time.
I can't it was better than Step Brothers.
Oh yeah,
Easily
I agree.
Better than Step Brothers. So Craig, look, I respect you. I just,
Craig,
Harry Potter, you hurt me. You cut me deep, buddy.
Craig, I'll say this: if you're going to talk about Harry Potter like that around Josh, I need you to be careful. All right, I need you to creep. All right.
You don't say creep like that unless you're referencing TLC.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Listener to the show, Darnell Lewis says Titans, to which when someone responded, shots fired, he said, anyone who disagrees and insists can fight me. I've met Darnell. I refuse to fight him. I will say, have an open mind, Darnell. It's actually not that bad a show. I'm completely caught up. I'm excited for the next season. But I will not tell him he has to watch it because if you've ever met Darnell, you can know you can't force him to do anything.
I'm with Darnell on this. I think I'm on principle not watching.
Yeah, I kind of think I'm on there too. I'm sorry.
You both are stupid. I'm going to force you two to watch it. And Josh, you've already watched like 2 episodes, so
right. And I'm out.
But that doesn't mean. I mean, you've already watched it. You can't not watch it. You can't unwatch it and then say not watching it based on principle.
I can. I've unwatched it. I've not remembered anything from those 2 episodes. I've erased it from my fucking memory.
Oh my God, no.
You have no idea what capacity I have over here. Brian, I can forget anything. Ask my wife. It's a gift. Ellen Paul, she says, it's not because people tell me to watch it, but I have no interest in that game show with the dragons and royalty and coming winter.
Oh my God.
I know everyone thinks it's the bee's knees, but it just looks like a Tolkien spinoff to me, and I'm just not interested. And I've never seen a game show with dragons. So
that sounds amazing.
I'm like super
Do I
interested
win a
in
dragon?
a game show with dragons. And I know what you mean.
Do I win
I'm
a dragon?
criticizing your
Do I
syntax at
ride
this
a
point.
dragon while answering trivia questions? Where does the dragon fit into the show?
What is your name, Josh? What is your quest? I seek the Grail. What is your favorite color? I don't know. And then a dragon burns me.
That would be amazing. I would play that game show. I would watch the shit out of that game show.
I think this is so ridiculous because the show is such a phenomenon that I can't identify.
I mean, listen, her point of it looks like a Tolkien, spin-off. I mean, yeah, but my reply to that is so what? It's good.
There's not a lot of walking. Like if that's
I mean, I guess there's that for it. Justin Robinson says Jersey Shore. Yep, I think we're all in agreement on that. First one I come across, I'm like, yeah, all right, cool.
Yes. And actually all reality TV. Just all of it.
I've actually seen some episodes of Jersey Shore.
What was that?
I've actually seen some episodes of Jersey Shore.
You've actually seen some of Jersey Shore.
No,
See, if you were me, you would have just forgotten that.
see, I can't.
I've never seen any Jersey Shore. I refuse to see it. I think it's incredibly stereotypical
I can't
and offensive.
unsee what I have seen of Jersey Shore.
No,
It's awful.
that was fucking great.
Burned
If you were
into
me,
my
you
brain.
would've forgot about that. All right.
Burned into my brain.
Laura Burns says The Walking Dead, which I can see as a theme within the Burns household. And Patreon supporter Andrew Capilla says, I'm one of the only of my friends that hasn't seen a single episode of Lost.
Me neither, buddy.
Me
Not
neither.
one.
I'm with you too. And again,
Not one. And on principle, I'm never going to watch
I'm
it.
with you. I'm never there. I'm never going to.
Not ever.
I've
Not
heard
ever.
about the ending, and I've heard everyone just go, fuck that. So I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'm done. I'm not going to.
I watched that shit while I was airing for 3 years.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry you had to go through all of that.
No, it got really freaking boring in season 3, and I dropped it.
Yeah.
Brian Roman says, think among my circle of friends and what I see on the internets, they've tried to get me to watch Adventure Time and Steven Universe, but I'm definitely super good not having watched them. Firefly used to be on that list, but it's short enough that I was fine with eventually caving.
Dude, Steven Universe is on at my house nonstop. My kids love that shit.
I haven't
Love
seen
it.
but
And I'm going, what the hell are you watching?
I've seen like bits and pieces of Steven Universe, and I've seen full hours of Adventure Time. I'm not a fan.
Okay.
TJ really likes Steven Universe.
I really like Adventure Time. I think it's a fantastic show.
Oh,
I will admit that the first season and a half, you're like, what the fuck is this? And then one day you just get it and you're all on board. It's really, really good.
No.
Steven Universe,
like-
the exact
That
same way.
seems like a while.
It's all
That seems
silly.
like I've wasted 14 hours of my
No,
life.
It's so good and it's
In order to
quotable,
understand
and it's
a
got
show.
good morals and adventures to it, and it's a real. I give it a shot, but I understand why you don't like it. I really do. I get why those two shows are the way they are, and if you don't like it, that's fine. But they're really good, and I'm sorry that they didn't resonate with you, but God, they're really good. Makes me upset.
okay.
So before we turn to Josh and Brian to answer this question, I want to take the first crack at it, and I'd like to throw out a show that I know it's going to get me a little bit of hate. I'm going to say Supernatural. No, I'm sorry. And everyone tells me, but you really like it. You're really great.
That's
No,
one of the shows I won't watch.
It's 100 seasons of it and probably 25 movies and 7 graphic novels. I'm not doing it. It's too much. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I didn't get it on the ground floor. I'm done. I'll never watch it.
There's 14 seasons, no movies, and I think 6 graphic novels.
It's an exaggeration, but 14 seasons? Are you kidding me? No.
I think 14, or they're going into 15.
15. Yeah,
I'm way far behind. I'm like 6 years behind on that show.
Right, exactly. No, if you can be more than a length of high school back on a show, it's too much show. Can't do it. Josh, What about you? What is the show that you refuse to watch?
Oh, dude, the number of shit that I like. The amount of shows that I won't watch on principle is a little ridiculous. All reality TV, certainly The Walking Dead, Lost, Sex and the City, Downton Abbey, The Call the Midwife, like anything with Sarah Jessica Parker at all. There's a lot. There's really a lot.
What was that midwife thing? What?
Call the Midwife?
What the hell is that?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a show that Laura watches, and I'm like, the show's called Call the Midwife. I'm expecting at some point in every episode someone screams "Call the Midwife," and I won't watch this. And
get some hot water. Call the midwife.
And then you Peter Griffin. Oh, that's where they got it. All right.
Probably not the case, but that and Downton Abbey. No. All
right.
Just no.
And now,
and the what's the Crown? I won't watch the Crown on principle either.
Wait, whoa.
Nope.
Time out. What? Really? It's got your boy Matt Smith, and you won't watch it?
Won't watch it.
Why?
It's not Matt Smith as the Doctor, though. So what difference is?
I don't like shows made about. I just don't. I don't like it. I don't.
Okay. Fine. I mean, again,
unless somebody's gonna kill somebody else, or there's gonna be something interesting, I'm probably not gonna watch that show. Like a crime of some sort, and I don't mean a crime perpetrated on a global scale, as much as
I don't mean the fraud of a monarchy.
I don't mean that. Right. Thank you. I do mean.
Hold on. I just got a notification. It just slid in. Actually, right now we just lost all our UK listeners. No.
Well. That one listener will be sorely missed.
You can go away. Go watch Great British Bake Off.
They just get to call me. They just get to call me an ignorant colonist and move on.
Finally, I love this answer from Laura Burns, who says, so, will Brian's answer just be every show that CJ and Josh tell me to watch? So, Brian, I turn it to you. I would love to know what show or movie you refuse to watch on principle just because people say so.
I am always open to watching anything. It's just a matter of when I get to it. There's nothing I will refuse to watch.
Nope.
There's nothing that I refuse to watch based on principle. So I actually do have a show that I do refuse to watch based on principle, and I've only caught 3 minutes of it, so this does count. And the answer is Dr. Pimple Popper.
Oh, God. Ugh.
That shit's gross.
Wait, are people recommending you watch that show?
No, but if someone did, fuck that shit. I caught 3 minutes of one episode, while I turned on the TV and was getting ready to go to Netflix. Ugh.
Yeah.
What is this?
Shit's gross.
Oh, no. You haven't heard about this? I'm so glad you haven't. It used to be a YouTube series where a doctor, a dermatologist, just
nope. We're done. Right.
Removes all sorts of growths.
It's
Josh.
super gross.
We're done.
Yep.
We're done.
I agree.
We're done.
I'm sorry that's the taste we're leaving in our listeners. Oh,
You're welcome.
No, I didn't mean to say that one. All right.
There you go. You're welcome.
So, listener, I know that every single week we talk about our Patreon. We talk about ways that you can get exclusive content, you can vote, and even get our show notes ahead of time. And we've made some changes to make this even better, to give you even more content for less. I highly suggest you go to patreon.com/thatkindofnerd, learn a little bit about the tiers, but I want to give you a high level. Not only will you get, like I said, early access to our show notes, but we actually now have exclusive content that we're doing for our patrons. Not only is that a blockbuster spoiler cast where we have to go see a movie and then talk about it, but we're also doing a new segment called Retro Reviews. There's a lot of TV and movies that we haven't talked about on the show that a lot of people would like to hear about. So Brian, just like he does with the blockbuster, is going to pick a theme every month, and we're going to talk about a movie or a TV show that fits that. Like I said, go to patreon.com/thatkindofnerd. Learn a little bit about the tiers and help support this show and keep it free. Not only do you get our thanks, but you're going to get some fantastic exclusives. So thank you in advance and go check it out.
I have one thing to say before we wrap the show.
Go ahead.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Oh, happy birthday,
Papa
Papa Thornton.
You both went, oh, in unison. It was adorable.
All right, well, thank you,
Yes,
listener.
with the man who without him,
we did that
I would
last
not be
week.
here.
We did that last week too. When you broke both of us, when we were done laughing, we both went, "Oh!"
I remember that. It was good.
I forget what I break. I forget what I said
don't
that
know
broke
what
you
it was
both.
either.
You said, "I'm fixing your mother's back."
That's right. That
That's
was like
right.
the fingers thing. Remember the
Oh
fingers?
God, it's the sticky fingers.
Sticky fingers.
Finally, go ahead and share this show with someone that you know, someone that you love, someone that maybe you fight about with TV, because sharing is the ultimate internet currency, and we thank you for your donation. All right, well, thank you, listeners, so much for making us your walk around your neighborhood or your drive to work, and we will see you next week.
Well, welcome to the club, because you are that kind of nerd.
Have yourself a Skittle or something. I don't know. I say that because I'm having Skittles. I just ate a grape one.
Taste the rainbow. The green ones are the best ones.
But they changed the green ones, and now they're apple. I don't like that.
No, they can't be apple.
They are.
They're
are
apple now. Green Skittles are now apple.
No, they're lying.
No, they're apples now. Isn't that bullshit?
It's like changing the yellow Starburst to banana.
Or
They
like,
actually did that.
rounding fruit, rounding
Oh,
tricks.
I gotta tell you, if I put a Starburst in my mouth expecting lemon and got banana, I would vomit. Just like you grab, you grab a cup that this must be tea, and that's not tea, right? It's something else. I'm not even sure what it is. Watered
Dog
down
urine.
flat soda, something. Dog urine, yeah. Dip spit, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, I've done that. Oh yeah,
Oh, my mouth is now hurting.
Yep.
I just vomited a little bit.
yeah. Can of Pepsi,
Oh, no.
dip spitter.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
My own.
Wait,
You know,
what was
I know.
that, CJ? What? You mean Stephen King's The Stand is officially becoming a new TV series?
Wait, I'm not done.
Tell
I'm
me
not done
more
yet.
about
I'm
that,
not done yet.
CJ.
I'm not done yet.